тяжкие и не могут нормально ходить.
Двигаться, двигаться, двигаться. In an unexpected twist ahead of the most anticipated clash of the year, all eyes are on the physical transformation of Islam Makhachev, who is now surprisingly looking bigger than his welterweight opponent, Jack Della Maddalena. This visual statement from the lightweight champion is a sign of the methodical approach his team is taking, a level of preparation that has been confirmed by the man who knows Islam better than anyone, his coach, Javier Mendez. Mendez has admitted that preparing for this fight has been an unprecedented challenge, one that has forced him to study more tape on an opponent than ever before. In a candid interview, Mendez revealed that he has never spent this much time analyzing a single fighter for Islam, all because of the immense respect he has for Della Maddalena's abilities. He called JDM a difficult puzzle to solve, a fighter whose mix of dangerous striking and impressive takedown defense demands a new, more focused approach. Despite the grueling preparation, Mendez expressed full confidence that his team will find a way to beat him, stressing that while the challenge is the toughest of Islam's career, they believe they have what it takes to get the job done.
Last time you think you watched this much tape for an Islam fight?
Never.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
I never watched tape by Islam. I never. This is the first time because I respect this guy that much, and he's a puzzle. He's not that easy. I'm telling you, he's not that easy. So we'll get him, and I have to be confident that we'll get him because if I don't, then what's the point of watching the videos, right? We can't get him. No, we'll get him. It's just very difficult.
From a fighter who has stood across the cage from him, Dustin Poirier has given his expert analysis on Islam Makhachev's move to welterweight. Poirier, who battled Islam for 5 grueling rounds, believes that Islam is a huge lightweight and that the move to 170 pounds will be a natural fit for his frame, as it will make his life outside of training camp easier. He believes that Islam could definitely become a champion at 170. When asked about the matchup with Jack Della Maddalena, Poirier admitted that he finds the fight very difficult to predict. He believes the opening moments will be key and will determine the entire flow of the fight. He specifically highlighted JDM's ability to defend takedowns, avoid being controlled against the cage, and scramble back to his feet. Poirier emphasized that because Della Maddalena is so big, athletic, and dangerous, the fight is one of the most intriguing in recent memory.
I think he's going to fill into that weight. He's a really big 155er. So I think his lifestyle outside of training camp is going to be a little more comfortable, and he'll fill into that weight class no problem. He could be champion there for sure.
How do you think he does against JDM?
I think the beginning of the fight is going to tell the story, like how well JDM does at getting up, how well JDM does at keeping Islam off of his feet, off of his legs, off of the cage. It's tough to call that because JDM's a big guy, athletic. I'm excited about that. A lot of fun fights.
Credits at full Sendema, 2:2:34. In training footage for his welterweight debut, Islam Makhachev has appeared noticeably bigger and more filled out than his opponent, Jack Della Maddalena, while still maintaining the speed and technique that made him champion. This physical transformation has been a key part of his preparation, as he and his team are not taking the challenge of a new weight class lightly. His relentless work ethic has been on full display, with intense grappling sessions, striking drills, and conditioning routines all showing his commitment to staying sharp in every area. His camp is meticulously designed to not just match JDM's size and power, but to overwhelm him with relentless pressure and skill on fight night. For Islam, this isn't just a fight. It's a test of his ability to dominate an entirely new division. And he's training with the same discipline and focus that has become the hallmark of his success.
Ini mau kedarman.
From one champion to a potential future one, Israel Adesanya has given his unequivocal support to his teammate Jack Della Maddalena, stating his belief that Jack will beat Islam Makhachev. Adesanya's opinion carries significant weight, as he has seen firsthand the skills that have propelled JDM to the top of the welterweight division. He believes that once Islam gets inside the cage with Jack, he might realize he has bit off more than he could chew. Adesanya has also praised JDM's work ethic and mindset, highlighting his scrambles as sharp and unpredictable. He emphasized that people often underestimate Della Maddalena's size and strength, describing him as a solid and powerful presence in the octagon. Adesanya concluded his analysis with a bold prediction, stating his full confidence that Della Maddalena will score a knockout victory and put an end to the hype train.
How are we feeling about that?
I think Della is going to get it done. I've only spotted Della once, not really hard crazy, but his scrambles are crazy. And I feel Islam would feel like he bit off more than he could chew once he gets in there with him. People don't realize how big Della is as well. He's solid. He's going to knock him out, and I believe him.
Former UFC champion Robert Whittaker has thrown his support behind his fellow Australian Jack Della Maddalena in the upcoming clash with Islam Makhachev. While admitting his national pride plays a part, Whittaker believes that the true reason for his pick lies in the unique technical tools Jack brings to the fight. He highlighted JDM's size, his overlooked grappling ability, and his sharp-angled striking as key weapons that will give Islam problems. Whittaker expanded on his analysis, explaining that he believes Islam would likely struggle to secure clean takedowns due to Jack's grit and determination. In a stand-up exchange, he believes Jack's crisp boxing and punishing body shots could disrupt Islam's rhythm and create real danger throughout the contest, especially as the fight wears on. Whittaker even went as far as to say that people sleep on Jack's grappling game, a factor he believes will make Islam think twice before going for a takedown. For Whittaker, this fight is a high-stakes, high-pressure test for Islam, and he sees all the tools in Della Maddalena's arsenal to score the upset.
Why does he beat Islam, in your opinion?
I'm biased as heck.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can see the fight playing out very much like it did with Volk, okay? But Jack's bigger. Jack's a little, he's a little bigger. He's got a different frame. He's a hard dude to try and hold down. And I think his jiu-jitsu is very underrated. He has good jiu-jitsu, which means it won't be free. The takedowns won't be free. Being on top of him won't be free. Not to mention, Jack has really good hands, and if he can keep it into that mid-range, into that distance that he likes, make it awkward. He's very good at not only punching straight lines, but punching up. So his hooks, his uppercuts, he mixes it really well. He works the body, which makes it harder to shoot on. You know, I think there's enough angles there.
In a classic case of looking ahead, Khabib Nurmagomedov has expressed interest in a dream matchup between two of the most dominant forces in the sport. Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria. He believes that the matchup would carry much greater weight if both men were to first become champions of their respective divisions. According to Makhachev, this would set up a true champion versus champion clash, with both fighters at the very top of their game. He has argued against rushing one of them to move up too soon, as it would diminish the significance of the fight. For Makhachev, the best possible outcome is a patient buildup that allows the fight to become a true super fight with the highest stakes imaginable.
For example, Islam fights Ilya and he beats him. Example, people say he beat another 145er, but Islam wins the title now at welterweight, and then Ilya beats Oliveira. That's even bigger fights to create, right? So I don't think Islam needs to slow down his career. He go take even they strip his belt off. In my opinion, he will be double champion, because that's how it started. If Conor could, why Islam can't, you know? And I think it create bigger name for them if this way better, rather than Islam fight Topuria and the hype slows down. You know what I mean? I rather see Islam becomes the champion, Ilia Topuria becomes the champion, and they can fight at catchweight for the, I don't know, whatever.
In a major show of respect, legendary champion Khabib Nurmagomedov has called Jack Della Maddalena the toughest opponent in Islam's career, a declaration that puts the Australian above every fighter Islam has ever faced, including fan favorites and former champions. Speaking candidly, Khabib addressed the ongoing debate about a super fight with Ilia Topuria, stating that while many see Topuria as the ultimate test, he believes JDM is an even more dangerous matchup. This bold claim from one of the greatest fighters of all time immediately sets the stage for a high-stakes, legacy-defining fight for both men. Khabib's analysis is rooted in the physical and technical tools JDM brings to the octagon. He highlighted Jack's undeniable size advantage, noting that he is twice the size of Ilia, with a taller, bigger frame and stronger legs. He also praised Della Maddalena's well-rounded skill set, commending his sharp boxing and a balanced mix of striking and grappling that could trouble anyone. Khabib believes that Jack's grappling scrambles are particularly effective, a skill that could make it difficult for Islam to secure and maintain control on the ground. Ultimately, Khabib made his point with a powerful hypothetical. If he had to choose between preparing Islam for Topuria or Della Maddalena, he would be more concerned about Jack. For Khabib, this is not just about a title. It's about facing a true heavyweight puzzle with a rare combination of physical strength and dangerous all-around skills. In his eyes, this fight is the ultimate test of Islam's abilities and a necessary challenge to solidify his place among the pound-for-pound greats.
Мадалена самый сложный соперник в Ислама карьере. Это мое мнение. Ни Чарльз, никто. Ни один из этих бойцов.
И даже не Илья, если бы это бой был бы.
Ну, мое личное мнение, во-первых, Мадалена 2 раза больше, чем Илья.
Сопоставим.
Илья. Он 2 раза больше. Он выше, больше, ноги помощнее, корпус, бокс не хуже. И грэпплинг он возится очень хорошо, если вы смотрели. Но для меня, если я например, буду готовить Ислама против Илья или Маддалены, для меня больше будет волновать и волнует Маддалена.
Aljamain Sterling offered a bold take, predicting that Jack Della Maddalena would beat Islam Makhachev in his very first welterweight.
With a unanimous consensus among fighters and analysts, one thing is clear. The fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena is not just a fight. It's the toughest test of Islam's career. From Khabib's stunning claim to Adesanya's bold knockout prediction, this matchup is a high-stakes puzzle that has captivated the entire MMA world. Now, we want to hear from you. After listening to all the expert analysis, do you agree with Khabib that JDM is the bigger threat than Ilia Topuria? Or do you believe Islam's dominance is simply too much to overcome? Let us know your prediction and analysis in the comments below. And if you want more top-tier fight breakdowns, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Cage Shock. You won't want to miss our next deep dive.